All right, y'all, let's talk about your friendly neighborhood Spider-Man. Warning, spoilers ahead. I went into this show cautiously optimistic because let's be real, Marvel's track record lately has been questionable. But I gotta say, this show actually delivered. First off, I know that this show was supposed to be an origin story originally for Tom Holland's Spidey, and then Marvel was like, scratch that. We don't want to be tied down by the sacred timeline, which honestly, I think is for the best. They kept some MCU elements, such as the Sokovia Accords, but they revamped things enough that it felt fresh. And at first it was confusing, I will admit, but I do think that it gave them way more creative freedom. Now let's talk about what originally bothered me but then ended up making sense. Number one, Uncle Ben. If we're already reimagining things, why have Uncle Ben be already unalived? But fine, I get it. Pacing wise, they had to move things along. But I am still curious to see how Peter eventually gets to that iconic moment of, with great power comes great responsibility. Number two, the suit. I was actually vibing with the whole DIY era, sweatpants, Spider Man with the Phase 1 prototype web shooters, and I did like how they showed his tech evolving. What I do have mixed feelings about though is Peter relying on Oscorp for his suit upgrades because I just personally love a self-made Spidey. But for the sake of this story, I kind of get it. Now, let's talk Norman Osborn, easily one of the best parts of this show. He's giving cool mentor, but also manipulative mastermind, and Peter does not see it coming. He wants that father figure so badly that he doesn't even realize he's being gaslit. And speaking of reimaginings, I actually liked this take on Harry Osborn. Turning him into an upbeat social media influencer was wild, but it worked. And now let's talk about Lonnie, who's having one of the best villain transformations that I've seen in a long time. I knew something bad was going down with him, but I didn't know what. The writers built him up so well that whenever he's finally revealed to be Tombstone, my jaw was on the floor. Like, Marvel really made me care about this guy. And the action. The fight choreography was on point in every episode, especially that scorpion fight. I love when Peter gets absolutely wrecked because it reminds us that he's not invincible, but he refuses to stay down. Overall, this show was giving me spectacular Spider-Man levels of greatness, which is high praise coming from me. I am giving season 1 of Your Friendly Neighborhood Spider-Man my fire rating. And I cannot wait until season 2. Marvel, you might finally be back on track with this one. So what did you think of Your Friendly Neighborhood Spider-Man? Do you think it's probably one of the top animated Spider-Man shows, or do you think it's mid? Comment your thoughts below, and let's get into some real talk.